What's up guys, Learning with Rich here. In this video, we are now going to discuss about documenting a project in Revit. Okay, so this software that I'm using right now is Revit 2022. Okay, but it's actually the same as 2021, 20, 2019, or the other lower version. Okay, so the procedure on documentation in Revit, they are just the same. It just so happened I'm using Revit 2022. Okay, so in this series of lessons, we're going to begin the construction documentation for the building project. So we are going to learn how to create a duplicate plan view and apply a view template. And then after that, we're going to learn how to create a dependent views, place match lines, and view references. And then we're going to learn how to create a plumbing isometric riser from a 3D design view, and then call out views for a typical HVAC view and a detail view. All right, so let's get started. So as you can see, I already opened the project, but it so happened the project that I'm opening is in 2021. So that's why it is upgrading in 2022. Right, so let us just wait for a while. Of course, you can always forward the video to go to the main exercise or to the main lesson. Okay, so the first lesson is about duplicating plan views. Okay, so in this exercise, we're going to duplicate an existing floor plan view to create a duct plan view. And then we are going to change the properties of the new view by applying a view template. Okay, so this is now our model. So let's duplicate the level 1 floor plan to create a level 1 duct plan. Okay, so let's do this. So as you can see, so I'm on the level 1 here. HVAC design floor plans level 1. So I'm going to right click this and then I'm going to select duplicate view. So these are the three options to create duplicate. So the first one is duplicate. So you select duplicate because only model elements are included in the original view. So if the view included detailed graphics and you want that to be included to your duplicated view, so you can select the other option, which is duplicate with detailing. But in this case, I will just select here duplicate. So I'll select that one and then I am now gonna have a duplicate view here, which is this one, level 1, copy 1. So I'm going to rename this one. So I'm going to click that view and then you are now able to change the name. Or right click, select rename. Or you click to that view and then press F2. So that's also one way of renaming. So I'm gonna change this to level 1 HVAC duct plan. Then enter. Okay, so that's now our view. Okay, now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to apply a view template. So view template, it is a set of standard settings for your view. You can go to the view tab and then you can see here the view template. So it creates, edits, or applies standardized settings to views. A view template is a collection of view properties. What are these? View scale, discipline, detail level, and visibility settings, and others that are common for a view type. So you use the view templates to standardize settings for views in a project. Okay, so now for this one, so I'm just gonna go ahead and select the view and then let's go to the properties. And here on the properties, you can see view template on the under the identity data. So there's a view template here. So I'm going to select that none. So let's click that. And then let us look for HVAC duct plan documentation. So that's the template that I would like to apply in my current project. So I will select that one and then I'm going to select here OK. Okay, and then when I go to the project browser, you will now notice that it's now transferred under the documentation, HVAC duct, floor plans. So it's not anymore under the design. So a while ago, it's here under the design, HVAC design floor plan. So now after we applied the template that we needed, so it's now under the HVAC, or I mean under the documentation, HVAC duct floor plans. So if you check the properties of that, so these are now the properties applied by the view template. So the view template is now there. And you will notice if you open the visibility graphic overrides, the VV, if you type VV, so you will notice the visibility graphic overrides here are all disabled. So you will not be able to touch this by simply typing the visibility graphic override shortcut or selecting edit here, the visibility graphics override. You click that, so it's disabled. Okay, so why? Because we already have a template applied in this view. So if you want to manually change the view here, so you need to go to the view template itself. You click that, and then you modify here. Okay, you modify that template, which is what we are not going to do. Okay, so I'm just gonna cancel this one. Okay, so you will notice the view is automatically updated with a defined graphical style, and the floor plan is now moved to its new location in our project browser hierarchy. Okay, so that's how you duplicate. Now, the next part of the exercise is creating a dependent view. Okay, because large buildings, most of the time, cannot fit on a single sheet. Let's say the scale is 1/8 of an inch to 1 foot scale. So large buildings cannot fit on that sheet. So you use dependent views to accommodate such large buildings. So dependent views keep the primary or parent view as the working drawing and allow you to create smaller, more focused views and put them on the sheet. All right, so the smaller or the dependent views inherit the view properties and view specific elements from the primary view or from the parent view. Okay, so how to do this? All right, so after we learn how to duplicate the plan views, so this time, so let's create dependent views. All right, so let's get started. So as you can see, we are on the level 1 HVAC plan that plan. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to duplicate this. So just right click that, go again to duplicate view, and this time, so we are going to select duplicate as a dependent. So let's click that one, and then again you will notice it will be we'll be having now here a duplicate view, but you will notice that this duplicate view is indented under the original view. This will gonna be our parent view, and then this will gonna be our dependent. Okay, so for my dependent, I'm gonna change this one. So I'm going to rename that. So instead, I'm going to call this, let's call this A. Okay, and then I'm going to duplicate again. So I'm gonna create another two more. So right click, same procedure, right click, duplicate as a dependent. So right click, duplicate as a dependent. Okay, so let me just adjust the project browser. Okay, so this one, rename. So I'm gonna call this B. And then last one is C. There you go. So we now have our three dependent. Now, the next thing that we are going to do, and by the way, you will notice here in our view that our crop view is turned on. So this one is turned on, the crop region, and then do not crop view is activated. Okay, so our crop region is turned on. So we will be using that to crop our view. So we are going to create now match lines, which you can find on the view tab. So you can see here the match lines. Okay, so match lines are used with dependent views to delineate splits in a large floor plan. So you crop a dependent view to show only the area marked by the match line. Okay, so let's select our match line. But before that, I'm gonna do it on the parent view. So I'm gonna activate the level 1 HVAC duct plan. So the parent view. And then let's now select our match line. So let's click the match line, click that one. Okay, and then from the properties, so just make sure the top and bottom constraint here is unlimited. So you can modify the visibility of match lines in a specific views. So this is useful when breaking up plans with varying geometries across the levels. Okay, so let's get started. So let's say this will gonna be my uh, A part. So I'm gonna click from that point to this point here. There you go. And then I will select here modify. So we are on the sketch mode, by the way, if you didn't notice. So I'm using the line tool here to create my match line. And then the next one, second match line. So let's click that one. So just above the grid H maybe. So I'm gonna pick here. Okay, so that's the one. So maybe I'm just going to pick there, modify. So I will just align this one. Okay, something like that. And then let's click again the line. Okay, so this, I think this one is already enough. So this will gonna be our A, this will gonna be our B, and then this will gonna be our C. Okay, so let's finish this up. So let's click check to finish, and there's now our match line. Now we are going to modify the object style of our match line. Okay, so we're going to modify that. So I'm going to select the match line, and then after that, so let's go to the manage tab, and then let's look for the match or object styles. Okay, let's click that one. Actually, even if you do not select that match line, you can always go to the object style already directly. And then on the annotation objects, because match line is an annotation element, so let's look for M, look for match line. So let's click the match line. And then after that, let's change the color. Okay, so I'm going to change the color to black. And then I'll select here OK. Okay, and then for the line pattern, so instead of solid line, so I'm going to change this one to, let's say, double dash. We have double dash here. Yeah, so I'm going to select here double dash 5/8 inch. So let's click that one. And then for the thickness of my match line, so instead of 1, so I'm going to make this very thick. I'm going to select, let's say, how about 10? So 10. And then I'm going to select now here, OK. And there you go. So there's now our match line. Now I'm going to turn off the thin line so we can see the thickness of our match line. There you go. Okay. Okay, so in some cases, what they want is they change the color of the match line so they can see it clearly. So let's say I do not want white or black. So I'm going to go back again to object styles, annotation objects. Let's go to the match line. And then let's change that to, let's say, red. Okay, and then okay. So we can see it more clearly. There you go. Okay, so now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to create view references. Okay, so let's use the view reference. So let's go to the view tab, and then let's look for view reference. So where are you? This one. So it adds an annotation indicating the sheet number and detail number for a selected view. Okay, so I'm going to select this one, and then you will notice that at the moment, our view reference looks like this because we haven't inserted yet our views inside the sheet. But later on, it will going to be updated. Okay, so let's say I'm just gonna put it. I can move it later, so maybe I'm just gonna put it somewhere here. So we can change that later on. Okay. Right, and then after that, oh, wait, hang on. So I'm gonna select this. I will just delete this one. So let me do it again. So view reference. Now for this one, that will gonna be our, okay, that's correct. So the one that I have selected is correct. So that will gonna be our A. Okay. And then escape. Select again the view reference. So let's say here, about here. Oh, sorry. Click delete view reference. I need that to be B. Okay, so B. So I'm gonna place it here. Okay, and then escape again. View reference. Don't forget to change this. Let's select C. So our letter C is here. Okay, somewhere here, and then just select here, modify. Okay, and then after that, it's time to crop now our view. Okay, so it's time to crop our view. So I'm going to select this. Let's move this one. So if you select this one, so you can check out the properties here. So as you can see, that is the level 1 HVAC plan. So I can move this. So you will see here multiple crop region later on. So I'm just gonna move this. Okay, so instead of editing it on our main view, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open this time the view A, level 1 HVAC that plan A. So open up that. Okay, so let's click this one. So I will adjust up to here. So I will adjust here. Okay, some here. Okay, so this will gonna be our B. And then let's go to, or I'm just gonna crop this one as well. Okay, so let's go to B. And then let's crop the view for our B. So I click this one. So I'll just place it here. Okay, and then let's move this. I'm going to place it here. There you go. So that's our B. And then for our C, double click. Let's click this. Our C is this one here. Okay. Right, so there you go. So now the next thing that we are going to do after we crop our three views here. Okay. So we are now going to insert that inside the paper. Okay, so let me move the project browser. So I'm gonna open the 201 for the first floor north. So double click that. So this is the north part. So that will gonna be our A. So drag that and place it. Okay, and then open up the middle. Double click. So that's our B. Okay, and then for the south, that's letter C, drag. Okay, and then let's put it here. Okay, so we just need to do some fixing. So I'm going to click this viewport. And then once you click the viewport, you will notice the title name here will going to be highlighted showing the blue node. So you can drag that so that it's not very long. So just fix that one. And then you can click the title separately so you can drag that individually. There you go. And what else? So we can activate the viewport here. So let's say I do not want to show that crop view. So I'll double click this. So I'm just going to adjust this one. So I'll adjust it up to here. So I'm trying to fix that. And then after that, we are going to hide that one. Hide the crop region. There you go. Okay. So if you want, you can put another match line here. You can put a match line. So let's say you can go, you can put a view reference. So go to the view reference. So that part, that will gonna be our B, right? So this area here up. So you will notice automatically it will put you there the sheet number and then the title, the detail number and then the sheet. Okay, so that's for the south. Now for the middle, so let's fix this one a little. So let's click the viewport. Let's click that blue node. Let's drag that so that it's not too long. Okay, and then let's activate the viewport. Let's double click that. Click the boundary, the crop. So I'm just gonna put it somewhere here. There you go. And then let's hide it. Let's double click. Okay, so that's correct. So this one is our C, right? So if I double click this, it will open up the region C, right? So that's the power of the view reference. So it's parametric. So this one, this is our A. So if I double click this, double click that, it will open the view A, right? So it references the view. That's why it's called view reference. So again, I'm double clicking the viewport here so that it will activate the view. No need for me to go to the floor plan because once you activate the viewport here, it's like you are already on the floor plan view. Okay, so I double click this so that I'll be able to modify the view here. So I can just do some fixing. So I can click that one. So maybe I want that to be tidier. So I can move it somewhere there. Okay. There you go. Okay, maybe this one, same. I'll just drag it here. Oops. There you go. Okay, and then right click, deactivate the view. Okay, there you go. So that's for our MO2, 202. Now on the 201, okay, so let's do some fixing here. Click the viewport and then click that blue node to adjust, not too long, and then click outside, then double click the viewport to activate the view. Then this one, I'll just pick that. I'll just use the mouse to drag. So again, if I'm going to double click this, it will open up our plan B. Okay, you know that will gonna be happening. So if you double click that, so it will open up that B, right? Okay, let's go back there, and there you go. Now I want to hide the crop view or the crop region. Just hide it, and then again, right click, deactivate view. Okay, so that's the power of the view reference. So the view references in the primary view are automatically updated as the views are placed on the sheets, indicating what? The detail number, and then the sheet number of each view. Okay, so there you go. So in this exercise, we have learned how to duplicate plan views to start our documentation. And then we have learned how to create dependent views, as well as creating match lines and putting that inside the sheet with view reference. Okay, so hopefully you learned something from this video. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, you can put it on the comment section below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a nice day.